It is here, folks. Caliber has finally touched down on Steam, and with the broadening of North American players, better optimization, and a roadmap that would make Indiana Jones cream his pants, I'm happy to see this finally happen. Without wasting any more time, choose your favorite operator, strap a camera to your shoulder, and be sure to sub to the channel if you enjoyed today's video. Okay, let's continue. Now for a brief rundown for those that don't know of Caliber, it's a game that started development in 2015 by Russian studio 1C Studios, and throughout the years it became something people paid real close attention to, especially those who are fans of the SOCOM series. Caliber is also a 4v4 tactical third-person shooter that contains operators with specific abilities. There are also modes that are PvP, PvE, and PvPvE. There are around 60 operators in the game that you can unlock by just simply playing the game now. You used to have to spend real money to unlock these operators, and while that's still the case for the newer ones, it's only seen as an option for the rest. And I'm honestly glad that they switched away from having you pay real money for these operators to just currency that you get in game, because a lot of these operators do seem pay to win. And I'm really appreciative of the fact that they went from you having to spend real money on these operators to just using in-game currency. It will take you a little bit longer, obviously, but hey, it's free. There's also a good share of maps. Some of them I like, some of them want to make me snap my hard drive in half, but I digress. When I got into a couple warm-up games, I noticed something off the bat. The game felt smoother. I don't know what optimization went on behind the scenes with them taking this to Steam, or if there was any optimization at all, but it's noticed. There are some times I feel like some shots don't connect properly, but I can honestly chalk that up towards lag or my skill. It's always going to be lag. I also noticed I was finding more games with pings that weren't as high as my blood pressure trying to clutch around in CSGO comp. In fact, the highest ping I had when playing for about an hour was about 160. So far and so good, honestly. Now, let's look at the 2023 roadmap. The roadmap is split into 3 quarters but 2 sections, features and content. For quarter 2, we're getting a seasonal game mode, new operator collection called BOPE, that's a goofy ass name if I ever heard one, a new Victory Day event, and a battle pass. Coming out of the gate, quarter 2 is easing us into what I'm calling the Steam era of Caliber. You know, let the new players get a taste of what's to come before smacking their ass with some new content. Quarter 3 is what I'm probably the most hyped for, as it's going to introduce gamepad support, custom lobbies, a new PvPvE mode, a new theater of war, spectator mode, and even 3D scopes. For content, we'll be getting a new map, new legendary outfits, and new story missions. Again, I'm probably the most excited for quarter 3 because of how much we're actually getting. It's a lot to cram, but this is what I love to see when it comes to implementing new features and content into games. Don't do it so slow to where people get tired of the shit and leave. Don't do it too fast to where they feel like they're being force-fed. It's perfect. Now, quarter 4 has something I'm really looking forward to. To start off, we're getting a season event, intro of clan mechanics, player stats, and a new operator collection. To wrap up the rest of the roadmap in a nice little bow, quarter 4 has me excited for no other reason than the clan mechanics. I think this game fits so well with a clan system, and I've been low-key wanting one since playing it last year. Now, the roadmap's done. Let's take a quick detour and talk about the reviews, because this game went from having positive reviews down to mixed reviews overnight. How? It's a little complicated, but I'm seeing that most of the reviews come from people who spent more time typing the review than actually playing the game. Or at least that's how it seems, at least. Like this review. That game is a complete waste of time, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. The graphics are terrible, the gameplay is clunky, and the overall design is lazy. It's just another generic shooter that offers nothing new or exciting, with 0.2 hours logged. Okay. What did you do? Watch the intro.mp4 file, piss around in the tutorial for a little bit, and then leave the review? Now that I mention it, there are more reviews like this that are either calling the game a PC port of a mobile game, or just saying that the gunplay is cringe, which doesn't do shit for the dev team to fix. I've also noticed that a lot of these reviews were left by either private accounts or accounts that played games similar to the one they just described in the review. Make of that what you will. I'm not going to spend too much time clowning on the people who literally only played the tutorial and decided this was the worst game possible, because the rest of the reviews fall somewhere in between the dev team and no Australian servers. Now, I can't speak on the Australian server issue because, well, I'm American. I can, however, personally say that I've never had a bad experience with 1C Studios and its team. I've seen some reviews pop up saying that the studio doesn't listen to feedback, but anytime I've seen people complain about something, 1C have either gone back and fixed it, or they've removed it, or they've added something new. So I'm not really understanding why people are saying this. Not to say that it doesn't happen, obviously, but just my personal experience, I haven't witnessed it. For some final words, the game is either going to be something that you love or hate, and for me, I love this game. I think the reason why I love it so much outside of its core mechanics is that the game has had a lot of progression from when I first played it in 2022 till now. And I have friends like Big Fry, Abel Green, and more who've been playing Caliber longer than I have, and even they see the progression. I mean, going from a system to where you had to collect certain scrap to build certain materials, and you had to pay real money for a lot of these operators, now to a system where everything is basically free, you can't get much better than that. And obviously, because this is a free-to-play title and it's on Steam, this game is going to be one of these things that people download, they try it out, if they like it, they play it. If not, they'll call it cringe, offer no other explanation, and go back to playing something else. I see this game doing big things, okay? It's just gonna take some time to make it happen. Now I turn the mic to you. Let me know what you think about Caliber. Will it become the hottest third-person shooter of 2023? Do you think it's generic? Let me know. And while you're down there, go ahead and smash that like button and break that sub button also YouTube can show you my content free of charge. This is Sir Blackout signing off the third person peak every single person that complains about third person games. Later.